Imagine being forced to choose between your family and the future you've spent your entire life preparing for. What would you do? Would you protect the people you love, even if it risked everything you've inherited? Or would you carry out your responsibility knowing it could permanently damage those closest to you? That question has followed Britain's royal family for years, and today, it may be more relevant than ever. The story isn't just about titles or palace traditions, it's about loyalty, responsibility, and the painful reality that sometimes leadership demands sacrifices no one wants to make. To understand why emotions still run so high, we have to go back several years. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped away from their roles as working members of the royal family, the announcement shocked millions around the world. What began as a personal decision soon became one of the biggest royal stories in modern history. Since then, interviews, documentaries, books, and public statements have revealed just how deep the divide had become. Every new appearance seemed to raise another question. Could the family ever truly heal, or had the damage already become permanent? For Prince William, the challenge has always been different. As the future king, every decision is measured against something larger than personal feelings. His role isn't simply to support relatives, it's to protect the institution that will one day depend on him. That's an enormous burden. Many people see the royal family as a household, but inside the palace, it's also an institution built on centuries of tradition. And when tradition meets modern expectations, conflict is almost unavoidable. Meanwhile, Harry has often spoken about choosing his wife and children over royal life. To many supporters, that decision represented courage. To critics, it represented walking away from responsibility. The debate continues today. Neither side sees the story exactly the same way, and that's what makes it so fascinating. Meghan has remained one of the most talked about figures connected to the monarchy. Every public appearance, every interview, and every business project attracts enormous attention. Some admire her determination to build an independent life. Others believe her relationship with the royal family can never fully recover. Regardless of opinion, one thing is clear. She changed the conversation about what it means to belong to the modern monarchy. As years passed, the distance between the two brothers appeared to grow. Public events became rare. Joint appearances became even rarer. People who once watched William and Harry laugh together now wondered whether that closeness could ever return. It's a reminder that even families admired around the world face private struggles no camera can fully capture. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Most people think this debate is about titles, but perhaps it never was. Maybe the real issue has always been something much deeper: identity. When someone leaves an organization, should they continue representing it? Can tradition survive if its symbols no longer match its responsibilities? Those questions aren't limited to royalty. Businesses face them, governments face them, even families face them. Sometimes, changing roles means accepting painful consequences. That lesson reaches far beyond palace walls. Every leader eventually encounters a moment where there isn't a perfect answer. Every option hurts someone. Choosing one path means leaving another behind. Leadership isn't about making everyone happy. It's about accepting responsibility for difficult decisions. That's true whether you're leading a country, a company, or simply your own family. The British royal family will continue to evolve. New generations are growing up. New responsibilities are emerging. And history will eventually judge how today's choices shaped tomorrow's monarchy. Whether reconciliation happens remains uncertain, but one truth seems impossible to ignore. Time changes institutions, it changes relationships, and it changes people. So perhaps the biggest lesson isn't about kings or princes at all, it's about life. We all reach moments when comfort and responsibility pull us in opposite directions. Those moments define who we become, not because they're easy, but because they're necessary. And sometimes, the hardest choices leave the deepest lessons. What do you think? Can family relationships recover after years of conflict? Or are some divides simply too deep to repair? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy thoughtful storytelling about history, leadership, and the people behind the headlines, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.